Hi, my name is Jeff, and I was first involved in the gay and lesbian community in Edmonton in the mid-'80s. It's going to be a committee to organize a gay pride week, gay and lesbian pride week. People who ended up being on the committee were Bill Lee, Lorna Murray, Liz Maziah, myself, and John Doyle. And a man named Ed Connell, who I think was involved with the choir at that time, suggested, and we took his advice, that we call it a Gay and Lesbian Awareness Committee as opposed to a Gay Pride Committee, which was a common name in other cities at that time. And that was because we just thought, because it was Alberta, that would be more palatable. So there were a number of events that were held throughout the week, and we did a fair bit of postering, and we're quite nervous about doing all that. I believe that was the first year we had asked, or anyone had asked, for a proclamation by the City of Edmonton for a Gay and Lesbian Awareness Day. That's what we asked for. We proceeded to lobby the city councillors who were on council at that time. The mayor at that time was Lawrence Decor, and other city councillors at that time were Jan Reimer, Percy Wickman, and Ed Awasiak. So Jan Reimer, Percy Wickman, and Lawrence Decor may have been associated with the URGE organization at that time, and were kind of considered liberals, were known to be Liberal Party people, and Ed Awasiak was associated with the NDP. So our experience, and this was what was particularly interesting, is our experience with everyone was not good, except for Ed Awasiak. So the record will show that Mr. Awasiak and the local organization that he was involved with was EVA, the Edmonton Voters Association. He was the only one who voted to support the proclamation. We experienced a fair bit of hostility, in particular from Percy Wickman, who went on to become a Liberal MLA. Lawrence Decor was not at all supportive, and neither was Jan Reimer. In fact, Jan Reimer made some comment about homosexuality being caused by overpopulation or some inane thing like that. So I just think it's interesting that now, those people perhaps came around, but they didn't come willingly, and they weren't supportive willingly initially. Ed Awasiak, we met with the person who was his EA at that time, and he probably assisted in Ed's support, but Ed was very supportive. On the day of the vote, there were about 10 or 12 or 15 of us. We decided to show up in the council chambers when they were voting, and again the climate, the atmosphere was somewhat hostile. My memory of it is that Lawrence Decor was snickering and thought it was quite comical that we were asking for this day. Olivia Beauty, another city councillor, muttered something about, why are we even discussing this? And they proceeded, except for Ed Awasiak, to all vote down the request for the day. Symbolically, we all left the council viewing chambers at that time, and I actually remember some women sitting in the back and pointing to us as we left, as if we were some monkeys in a zoo. In 1985, the next year, we did the same thing with a little less effort and lobbying. Again, even without some meetings and lobbying this time, Ed Awasiak supported the request for a proclamation day, and the same people, Jan Reimer, Percy Wickman, Lawrence Decor, and others on council, did not support the proclamation. And other people on that committee could certainly could corroborate those events. Bill Lee and John Doyle. Barry Bro was also part of that committee. And this committee was kind of operated separately from the Gay and Lesbian Awareness Rights Committee that was functioning at the same time. So it was kind of a two-pronged, with a lot of overlap with different people. Anyway, those council meetings, probably not well known. And the record will show, I think, if they keep those records, that the vote was 10-1 or 11-1 or whatever.